Lanny, thank you so much for coming in today and representing the important mission of Julie Billiart Schools.
Thank you. Thanks so much for having me and for being interested in our story. Julie Billiart School actually started in 1954. It was originally started by the Sisters of Notre Dame, who really answered a call from a group of parents in the diocese that wanted their kids included in Catholic education. And it's really neat to see that that ministry, that hope, that mission is still lived out over 70 years today. But because they went through so many iterations of the students that they served and who we always were in the community, we decided that there was such an enormous demand for what we did, and there was a need in our community. And so, similar to the sisters, we listened and we started to replicate our campuses. So in 2017, we launched our Akron campus, which is in West Akron. In 2021, we launched our Westlake campus. And then in 2024, we launched our Brecksville campus. And so now we're 4 schools strong. We are a network serving students with special learning and social needs here in Northeast Ohio. And we're so excited to continue to do our good work and continue to grow.
I love that story. I don't think I realized almost 70 years.
Yes, yeah.
Tell me a little bit more. It sounds like a lot of that growth and expansion has happened really in the last decade. Tell me a little bit about what's behind that.
Some growing pains. Yeah, I think when you want to do this good work, but you know what's ahead, some people I don't think would grow if they knew what was ahead of them, but we felt so strongly that there were students who needed us. So really part of that has been just the challenge of communication. I mean, now we have 5 sites, including our central office, which is really kind of the back office support that's helping manage the schools. And when you grow, your constituencies grow and more people are in your community. And though we are still very small, there's a lot of people that we impact. Yeah. And so all of those communication channels is probably where one of our greatest struggles has been, and making sure that each constituency group is kind of receiving what they need from us at that period in time.
Yeah. And your mission is so important. And I imagine as you've grown, you've gotten more exposure to that mission and more people reaching out.
Yes.
How does technology play a role in driving that mission? You know I was going to ask.
Yes, yeah. And I think that's why it was really important for us to partner with Fit Technologies. I mean, I think that educators are really good as educators, but we didn't know much about what was coming down the pike from a technology standpoint. And if you think about what we've been through in the last 10 years of our growth, it's COVID, it's communication needs, it's now we're facing AI, which has the opportunity to be a wonderful tool for our students and our teachers. But there's a balance, right? Because we really want our kids to learn all of those social components naturally in our world, as well as optimize technology. So it's been critical, and Fit has brought systems and organization to what we have done and has really helped us navigate each path in the appropriate way.
Yeah. And looking back, you know, this was like 5-6 years ago we started talking and getting what was true for you at the time that made you decide to go out and look for the right partner?
Well, I think it was someone who was spending all of their time understanding this world, because we knew we couldn't. And we also knew, what I love about JB is we know what we're really good at. We also are humble enough to know what we're not good at. And this was an area that we really only knew enough to be dangerous, and we felt like it was really time to let someone leverage their skills to make our business better.
So what's on the horizon? What do you see out in the next 5-10 years for JB Schools?
Continued growth, you know, whether that's internal or external. I think that, again, what I love about JB is that we've kind of adopted this continuous improvement mindset, model and mindset. And every year we come together and say what we could have done better and how we will improve next year. And so our future is bright because of that attitude. The demand is not going away. I think that when we serve the whole child and serve them well and impact their families, we're only going to be asked to continue to do more. And so I think our future is bright. Our teachers are fabulous, and I'm really excited to see what this partnership can become, because we're kind of on this really amazing brink in education of what's out there.
Yeah.
So I see only bright and great things for JV schools.
I wanted to ask you, I've seen you at a couple of speaking events, obviously your gala that we participated in, but other things, and you're clearly very, very passionate about the mission of JV schools.
Yeah.
If you could pick just one success story or whole child moment that you've seen grow as a direct result of the impact your schools are making.
So I keep this little file in my bag, and
Yeah.
it's called my mission moments, and it's when like our mission comes to life in the story of our people.
Yeah.
And there's one a day at
Yeah,
least.
I'm sure.
So it's hard to pick, but I will say that we had, in our Akron school, we had a grandparent come up to us within the first 3 weeks of his grandson being in our school. And he said, "What can I do to help?" And I said, just by being here, by participating, And we joked for a while, and then he said, "No, I'm very serious. What can I do to help? Because you gave me my grandson back." And it's moments like that you can't really put a price tag or anything on what you do, because when it impacts a family and it allows them to know the heart of our kids, it's priceless.
Yeah, for sure. Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
If you had some advice for our staff who are listening and learning more about JB, maybe for the first time, what advice would you give to our team members?
That's a great question. Relationship matters at JB because we're really in the business of people. So any technology opportunity, we're always going to come at it from a relationship standpoint. And we never mean to like shut things down. We just want to know in the relationship business how we can improve. And I also think recognizing the very potential in our kids is a really important thing, not just for FIT to understand, but for all employers out there. Our kids teach me a lot every day. They have skills that if we could leverage, it, I think, would make our world a much more inclusive place for all types of people and brains and personalities. So I would just challenge everyone to really think about the way that our students can impact the workplace.
I love that. Thank you so much for sharing and for coming in today.
Yes, of course. Thank you.